Welcome, Will.
Where am I?
You're promoted to the news department.
What is this?
Just get ready.
I've seen this before.
Well, that was a warm welcome to the news department. We hope you had a wonderful week and a great prom. My name is Will Sommerfeld. And I'm Josh Kepke. Let's get it started with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dang, dude, you look tired. You get enough sleep last night?
Nah, man, I was up all night.
Gotta get a better morning routine.
So you're telling me scrolling TikTok at 2 a.m. isn't healthy?
Yeah, let's just send it to me and Valet to tell us about sleep schedules.
Sleep schedules are essential to maintaining a healthy body and mind. However, students at Grandview often struggle to find the just right amount of sleep.
I get anywhere from 5 to 6 hours of sleep every night.
I'm in bed for around 8, but I usually sleep only around like 5 or 6 hours.
It varies from 8 to 3 hours.
I definitely think the amount of sleep I get definitely impacts my performance because I might not be as focused at school. I might be tired and not concentrated on what the teacher's saying as much as I should be.
I don't feel like it affects my academic or athletic performance that much, mainly because I don't really do that much for academics or athletics either way.
I think it impacts it a lot because you have to be more focused and more. Yeah, you just have to fill in time to, study and stuff like that. You don't get much time with friends.
I think that student sleep schedules have a big impact, especially academically. I don't see as much athletically, but I see a lot academically. I think they've been improved since we started school later. You guys are too young to have been here at Grandview when we started at 7:10, and I think things have improved since we started at 8:20 now.
I'll normally wake up anywhere from 4 to 5 a.m., hit the gym for like an hour, and then head right to school.
I would probably stop looking at screens right before I go to bed. That's probably why I'm in bed for 8 hours, but I only sleep for like 5 or 6. I think if I stopped looking at screens so much right before I went to bed, then I would sleep a lot better.
Oftentimes, experts recommend shut off your screens a couple of hours before you're going to go to bed. That's super hard.
I would definitely go to bed at 8 if I could.
I think I would improve my sleep schedule by not procrastinating as much before going to bed because I'm a big procrastinator.
It takes a lot of work to fix somebody's sleep schedule, but it's definitely worth it. This has been Valet and Will signing off for GVTV.
Gotta put those screens away before bed, guys, especially with testing next week.
That's right, next week on Wednesday and Thursday is standardized testing for everyone but seniors.
Don't worry, we'll still be making announcements though throughout the end of the school year. You just won't be able to see them in advisory.
Speaking of advisory, this is your second to last advisory.
What?
Yeah, testing next week, and then your last advisory, and then an assembly, and then AP testing, and we're done.
Time's ticking.
Yeah, let's not delay, and let's go to Chipotle.
Go to Chipotle on Smoky Hill Road from 4 to 9 p.m. tonight for our GVTV fundraiser.
We are going to Journalism Nationals in 2 weeks.
And we need all the support we can get.
So please, go to Chipotle and mention you're there for the Grandview Publications fundraiser.
We'll get a percentage of each order, and it would be greatly appreciated.
Chinese Club has a meeting next Friday, April 18th.
It's their end of the year celebration with boba, snacks, and games.
So drop by U121 right after school to finish off the year for Chinese Club.
Speaking of April 18th, the play is coming up.
It's called Holes, and our reporters can tell you all about it.
You excited for the next theater show? Our Take on Holes is an exciting new revision of the book and movie. The theater crew is working hard to get the show running, and everyone is thrilled to see the show.
So I am the director of Holes, and so I've been part of the process from the tech design all the way to casting it and now directing it. So I read this script last summer, which was right before I was, in the process of getting hired here at Grandview. It's my first year here, so it's the first play that I've gotten to direct, straight play that I've gotten to direct. And when I read the script, I thought, oh, this could be a really cool show for Grandview to do if we have the cast and the capabilities to do it, because everyone's familiar with the book, everyone's familiar with the movie, or a lot of people are.
I think it's going to be a really cool show. There's a lot of really interesting tech elements we're implementing this year, like
3D audio, and we're opening up the pit for part of the set. I think it's going to look really cool.
The show is just like, it's really fun, it's really silly, but it does have like emotional elements to it. It has like touching moments, and so it's a really fun show, but it also has a good lesson.
But like, we're transforming the stage to look like a desert, so there's going to be a ton of cool different texture stuff going on, and then obviously I want people to see the costumes too.
I really like that a lot of my friends are in the show, and it's also such an interesting story. That's going to be such a fun story to bring to life. It's going to be really fun to bring that story to life and also have a really good time with my friends throughout the rehearsal process and also during the show.
I think it's going to be very visually stunning. I think that's the biggest selling point for me, but we also have a lot of really talented people in the cast. I don't think it's something people are going to want to miss.
Remember to go see Holes on April 18th and 19th. This is Miguel and other Jake signing off for GVTV.
Go out there and support the play. It's going to be a fun one. Hey guys, I'm back for just a little announcement. I'm dropping in to remind everybody that Lunch Chats has their final meeting tomorrow. Let's send it to Yumika and Josh to tell us more.
Looking for a way to make a change in Grandview, find a welcoming community, and have delicious pizza? Lunch Chats is the place for you. Once a month, the SOAR Club invites students to the Lecture Center during A and B lunch for Lunch Chats.
Lunch chats are important because they are giving students a space to talk about how they feel culturally, ethnically, and racially.
It just gives students a chance to dig into some interesting topics where they might not get to hear from each other, and also counselors are there, administrators are there, and so some adults in the building can hear what kids have to say.
They really give a voice to the students of Grandview, and they're able to talk about things that they experience on a daily basis, but don't get to talk about as much.
I think lunch chats are important because it's good for like students to know like what's going on around them, and it's good for them to be like educated and aware of these types of like situations.
My favorite part of lunch chats is student feedback on how we can improve so that each lunch chat gets better and better as we do it every month.
My favorite part of Lunch Chat as teachers is to hear lots of different perspectives. We have a lot of different students from a lot of different backgrounds.
What I really like is the big group share out, because what we end up finding are there's some really common themes. And I'll just also say selfishly, one of my favorite parts of the lunch chats is watching our SOAR leaders own the space.
It's a great way to make friends. We always try and promote other clubs through SOAR and reach out to as many people as possible.
So that they would be able to like share any ideas or give any input or like try to make a change in Grandview.
Almost all of the issues deal with issues around equity and inclusion, and they deal with respect and how Grandview can be a better place for all types of students. And so it's just a really good sounding board, and it's a good place to build community.
Thanks for listening, and I hope to see you all at the next Lunch Chats. This has been Josh Kepke and Yumika Mori reporting for GVTV.
Man, I love Lunch Chats. It's perfect for connecting the GHS community. But before I leave, remember, tomorrow you're going to Lunch Chats.
Before we get into sports, we're going to shamelessly plug some of our other videos on GVTV.
Go check out our detailed video on the girls basketball team's journey to becoming champions.
And check out our video on school start times that came out just a few days ago.
Anyways, it's time to get into some sports.
Boys lacrosse at the Stutler Bowl against Denver South tonight at 6 p.m.
Boys volleyball will be live here on GVTV, taking on Overland also tonight at 6:30 p.m.
Tomorrow, girls tennis has a match against Overland at 3:45 p.m.
Baseball is in action against Eagle Crest, also here at Grandview at 4:15 p.m.
Girls lacrosse is on the road at Liberty High School at 5 p.m.
Boys swim and dive has a meeting at the Grandview Pool, also at 5 p.m.
And wrapping up an eventful Thursday, girls soccer is on the road at LPS Stadium taking on Arapahoe, which will be streamed here on GVTV.
Track and field has an all-day invite at Jefferson County Stadium on Friday and Saturday.
Boys volleyball is also in action all day Friday and Saturday at the Cheyenne Mountain Tournament.
Friday, boys lacrosse is in action against Colorado Academy at 6:30 p.m.
Moving to the weekend, girls soccer plays against Rock Canyon at 10 a.m. at Legacy Stadium.
Morning baseball is happening at the Den at 11 a.m. against rival Cherokee Trail.
Moving to Monday, girls lacrosse is back at action at Denver South, 4:30 p.m.
And Tuesday, girls golf has another league match at noon at Meadow Hill Golf Course.
Girls tennis is on the road at Smoky Hill High School at 3:45 p.m.
Boys swim and dive is also at Smoky Hill at 5 p.m.
Baseball at Cherokee Trail taking on the Cougars at 4:15 p.m.
Hey, boys volleyball is also at Cherokee Trail at 6:30 p.m. on Tuesday, wrapping up our busy week in sports.
Make sure you're staying up to date on all GHS sports scores on our Instagram at Grandview TV. Also, you can check out our Grandview Athletics 1 on Instagram to see daily schedules to make sure you show up and show out for spring sports.
Before we say goodbye, it's time to expand our brains just one last time.
Take it away, Shreya.
Hey Wolves, and welcome to Your Wealth Wednesday. Today we're going to talk about renting and home buying. First, let's talk about renting. Renting means you pay someone else to live in a place. The advantage? It's flexible. You don't have to worry about repairs or maintenance. But the downside? You're paying every month, but you're not building ownership. Now, owning a home means you're making monthly payments towards owning the property. While you take on responsibilities like repairs, it's a long-term investment that builds equity. You're building something for the future. So how do people afford to buy homes? For most, it's through a mortgage, a loan that lets you buy a home and pay it off over time. When you rent, you're paying someone else. With a mortgage, you're eventually paying for the home itself. You'll need a down payment to start, then the bank lends you the rest. Keep in mind that mortgages come with interest, which is the fee you pay for borrowing money. The longer your mortgage term, the more interest you'll pay. Term lengths are usually between 15 to 30 years. It's important to factor in these costs when thinking about buying. To get a mortgage, you need a good credit score. Remember our lesson on credit? Well, the higher your score, the better terms you'll get on a mortgage, meaning lower interest rates, which can save you money in the long run. Whether you're renting or buying, it's important to find a place that fits your needs and budget. Since most of you are going to start out by renting, make sure you understand the rent price, the length of the lease, and what's included, like utilities or maintenance responsibilities. Look for locations that are convenient and affordable, and be mindful of how much rent you can actually afford. In the end, whether you're renting or planning to buy a home, knowing how mortgages and credit work will help you make better financial choices. Start learning now and you'll be ready for whatever comes next. Thanks for watching, Wolves, and I'll see you guys next time.
I guess we'll never get smarter again without any more of Shreya's videos.
But it's okay, I'm pretty much a genius after all 10 of her videos so far.
Yeah, you're probably right.
That's gonna be a wrap on our announcements this week.
Good luck on testing.
But still tune in to GVTV on your own time.
And we'll see you soon.
We're one pack.
Go
Wolves.
Why are you still filming?